Dr. Odhiambo Oduol.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I also want to support this bill. Honorable Speaker, I do so agreeing, as has been pointed out, Honorable Speaker, that it is extremely important given the experience that we have had. Honorable Speaker, we know indeed that sovereign power is with the people, but we also know, Honorable Speaker, that once the people appoint or elect, once the people elect leaders, we would like, Honorable Speaker, as much as possible to have an atmosphere that would enable efficient, effective, and meaningful leadership, even indeed, Honorable Speaker, as we recognize that there tends to be some differences of opinion that could be difficult to grapple. And therefore, as I support this, Honorable Speaker, I'm reminded that yesterday, Honorable Speaker, as we looked at the county government bill, and even today, as we also discussed another bill, there was opinion expressed, Honorable Speaker, that there are times when all we might need to do as we develop bills is just to make reference to the relevant section in the Constitution, because we might not, Honorable Speaker, need to repeat it. Although I want to say, Honorable Speaker, that the Honorable Speaker Omulele indicated to us this afternoon that we need to remember that it is usually important to repeat. This is the main point, Honorable Speaker, that I would want to use as a way of indicating my support for these impeachment procedures. I have looked, Honorable Speaker, at the procedures, and indeed, as had been mentioned by the Honorable Millie Odhiambo earlier, if I look at the procedures for the removal of a county executive county member, the ministers at the county, I see, Honorable Speaker, that we list incompetence, abuse of office, gross misconduct, physical and mental incapacity, and gross violation of the Constitution or any other law. Honorable Speaker, it is in a bill, from my point of view, a bit of a challenge that we would seem to imply that someone can violate the Constitution a little bit. Because one, we are saying that what would be problematic is the gross violation. But much more important, Honorable Speaker, is the ambiguity when we talk about gross violation. And Honorable Speaker, we know from what members have said here and practice that we have a chapter in our Constitution, one that we might want, indeed, in a number of acts I have seen us refer to, Chapter 6, which, if we look, Honorable Speaker, at the points and the concerns that have been raised here, we will see that a key concern has been with regards to corruption, or with regards to lack of integrity, or with regards to clearly demonstrated ways that is, according to our Constitution, seen not to be acceptable for the leaders. And so I support this impeachment bill, Honorable Speaker, because its objective is one that is very important. It seeks to give us very clear guideline. It seeks to give us the procedure that would need to be followed. It seeks to give us a clear indication of where, if it were members of the Senate or the County Assembly or any other body or persons that would be responsible. However, Honorable Speaker, what I hope that as we now come to the third reading might be useful for us to look at, as has been pointed out by other members, is that the bill is giving us clarity or direction in a context where we have experiences. And Honorable Speaker, it is my view that we need to bring the learning from these experiences a lot more clearly and a lot more deliberately. For example, Honorable Speaker, we know that what we would like is to avoid a situation where we would hold hostage some governors, as has been indicated, or alternatively, Honorable Speaker, a situation where we might find that those in leadership, such as governors, might indeed then, on the other hand, sometimes also go a bit overboard. And therefore, Honorable Speaker, as I support this bill, I want us to look at what it is that we have seen, and also, Honorable Speaker, look at it from both sides of the coin. Consider that we would want to see justice, and we would want to see a way in which those who are elected in office, be they president, deputy, governor, and the county executive officers, really can be given justice and can, should the need arise, be presented with a situation where they can defend themselves, because it is by law clear that one is not guilty until they have been proved so. But on the other hand, Honorable Speaker, we also need to be aware that part of the great challenge that is giving us headaches in the county is that somehow at the county level, when one becomes a governor or when you get this power, then you really now do not necessarily need to be that accountable, because you will have other ways or other currencies by which you can get people to respond to what you say. And so, Honorable Speaker, I support, and I want to indeed say that I am not just telling a story. I am aware of a county executive member from my county, actually, Siaya, who, Honorable Speaker, was let go of on grounds of incompetence. And Honorable Speaker, it is not clear how then one defines incompetence. So I support the bill, and I would like, in particular, given the lessons we have learned, given what we know is obtaining, to not go and leave so much ambiguity. When we talk about incompetence, Honorable Speaker, we need to know what it is we are talking about. I think gross misconduct, we also, Honorable Speaker, need to be clear in really what gross misconduct means. And Honorable Speaker, instead of saying that we are talking about gross violation of the Constitution or any other law, the Constitution is a key law from which we can derive a lot of specificity. I would, Honorable Speaker, urge that we actually go directly to Chapter 6, because, Honorable Speaker, if we were to take Chapter 6 a lot more seriously and make it a reference point, I do believe a lot of the issues would be handled. With this, Honorable Speaker, I support and I thank you.
Thank you very much.